We're wondering if Patrick Swayze is going to return to the Dirty Dancing sequel in some form. The director of the new film told Deadline they're going to try to include as many people from the original as appropriate, but they want to be respectful in every way. The director said that involves having a conversation with Patrick Swayze's estate, making some believe Patrick's character, Johnny Castle, could return in a digitized form, such as a hologram. Patrick passed away from pancreatic cancer in 2009. Ooh, I have strong feelings about this, but go ahead.
I want to hear, because I think I always look at the situation. By the way, I appreciate the conversation y'all had.
Yeah.
That was dope. Yeah. You know, I look at these situations and I wonder, who is this for? Like, do you totally reboot the cast, kind of make it younger like they did with West Side Story and try and grab a younger audience, and then they'll grow up and buy Dirty Dancing merch for the next 40 years like our generation did? Or do you kind of keep the old characters and bring them back even though they're in their late 50s probably? Patrick Swayze has been gone for almost 15 years now. I don't understand the thought process behind that. And
what
like,
do you think about him being a hologram, or one of your favorite actors coming back without their consent as a hologram?
It's different whether when it's a main character or not. I know they did that with some of the people when they rebooted Star Wars. Like, they digitized some of the generals that died naturally, and so but they weren't main characters. For Patrick Swayze to have scenes where he needs to be emotional.
What if it's one scene with him in a hologram?
I think we could do that. I think we have technology for that.
I like it for the fact that if his estate agrees with it, that's okay. There's a difference between an actor playing a role and putting him back in an iconic scene such as Dirty Dancing and having those lines that he spoke in the movie maybe reiterated through a hologram. It's a little bit different when someone's personal, right? Like, this is me as a person and now I'm being resurrected again, and I've never said these words before and now you're putting those words in my mouth. I think it's two different things. So for me, the movie's okay in my mind.
Okay, let me ask you this. If it was Patrick Swayze hologram acting in a film that he had never been in before, would you feel okay with that?
If he's playing Johnny, what's his last name?
Castle.
Johnny Castle, I would be. If he's walking into the scene. If it's not an established character, no. But if he's coming in as Patrick Swayze, no. But if he's an established character, like in Point Break or one of his iconic movies, and he comes in as that character, like they make him an older man, he's like, hey kid, I see you. That's kind of a cool.
Did they do that with Paul Walker?
What's that?
Did they do that with Paul Walker's character at the end of Fast and Furious? Yes, he tragically passed away. Maybe somebody will find out.
I don't know.
Yes, they did.
Yes. They did.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. So I do think that the estates hopefully know him better than anybody, right? You would hope that they would say, yes, Patrick would love to be a part of the sequel. He always mentioned he'd want to be a part of. That's different. I'm not going to pretend like I know Patrick Swayze better than them. However, I also, because I saw like that whole behind the scenes and the making of Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze takes his craft very, 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 very seriously. Everything's thought out. He always had to get over the fact that a lot of people just saw him as a pretty face. And deep down, he took his dancing, his choreography, and his acting so seriously that I don't know if he would be, based on what I've seen, if he would be okay with it. So maybe, why couldn't, if they want to involve him, why couldn't it be like a dream sequence where they're like, you know, they're looking back at some of his iconic roles from the original Dirty Dancing while someone's dreaming? I don't know.
But then is that Dirty Dancing, or is that a look back at Dirty Dancing? Like, are we making a movie or a look? I kind of like the idea of him being involved, honestly.
I want him to be involved, but I don't know if resurrecting him as a hologram is what he would want.
Yeah, it's
Do you
weird.
think like actors now, even nearing the end of their life or even middle age, are like, hey, listen, let's put something in writing. I don't want to be this.
I'm sure that's coming.
That's got to be.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to be in a contract soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like sometimes, and it happens with comics. I know we have to move on, but sometimes comics pass away and they have like material that's kind of worked out and it's from different club sets, and their estate tries to put it out and it's usually not finished.
Yeah. What if they're not happy with it?
Yeah, and if you're like a perfectionist like Prince was, for your last album to be some songs you weren't done with, I don't know. It's not
exactly.
Not great look.
Yep.